Hey Mo, we need to get an intro down for this channel, you know.
Yeah, but what are you thinking, Leigh?
Why don't I rap over the top of it?
Don't be ridiculous. You sound like a northern M&M.
Look, listen to me. Yo, yo, yo. The Munch Bunch in the house, man.
Absolutely not.
Right, what you got in mind?
Let's just keep it simple.
I'm Leigh.
I'm Aim.
We're the Munch Bunch.
Everyone, and welcome back to another mukbang with Aim and Leigh. We are the Munch Bunch UK. Leigh, tell them what we have on the menu.
Hey Mo, today, which you can't see from this angle, we have jacket potato with homemade chili.
Cheese
topped chili on jacket potato with a salad.
Yes.
We all love a salad.
Exactly. We have lettuce, cucumber, onion, tomato. Leigh just has cucumber and lettuce. But this is my homemade chili recipe.
Homemade chili that Leigh made today, and it is amazing.
Look at the cheese.
Let's get a thumbnail with that, eh? Oh, ready? Okay, don't know if we'll use that one or not, guys, but at least we've got it in there. You never know which one's going to turn out the best. How are we all doing? It's our first proper mukbang in about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Been busy.
For nothing.
Exactly. We was getting the house ready and we was getting stuff done for our Tiers 18th and our meet up with some of our subscribers. Then COVID came on and kicked everyone's arse again.
Everyone is in the same boat.
Yeah, but don't make it any less annoying. Ooh. Yeah, it's going to be hard to just grab the bloody pan. So, this is a recipe I'm... Can you come up with it or found it out, one or the other?
Well, for a long time I was trying to make chili how, how I wanted it to taste. It took me a while, salt please, but then I found out like the recipe that I love to do. So now it's just like one of them things that you know how to make every single time, and it's better than any chili that I've ever had.
Yeah, and all I do to add to the flavour is stick a stack of barbecue sauce in. I ain't kidding, I'll put like half a bottle in here. And a load of garlic as well.
Nice try with salad.
Talking of new recipes, I got a new recipe for what's that, a new meal.
For God's sake.
Completely by mistake, but I reckon it could catch on in some restaurants. It's called the teabag curry. So, our team made a curry last night for dinner for everyone, and we had that. And there was some left over, and I put it in a dish. I thought, oh, I might have that later on, or one of us might for our supper. And we went live on here, as some of you know. We go live any day between Friday and Sunday. So if you're new to the channel, come on Friday or to Saturday or Sunday, you might catch us live. We had a bit to drink. And I said, oh, I'll bet that rest of that curry for me for supper or for whatever, rather than ordering food. So I went and warmed it up, no problem. There was a plate with rice on the worktop with some other curry on. I thought, I'm not making fresh rice, I'm pissed as a fart. That'll do. I'll stick it on top of there. Took it up to him. I'm eating my supper, ketchup sandwiches. And I get a text saying, are you for real? What the hell's the problem here? And she sent me a picture of this curry. I was like, oh, what the hell's wrong with it? It's like, oh.
Yeah.
What was wrong with it, eh?
Leigh put a tea bag.
No, I didn't put it on there. Tia must have done it earlier in the night.
A tea bag was on my plate.
A strained tea bag.
That's disgusting.
I was looking like, oh my god, that's not good at all, is it? It's a bit awkward, that one. But yeah, I reckon it could catch on. The tea bag curry.
Believable.
Oh, nice.
What we have been finding, what I've been finding with like salad lately, if you get it from like a grouse, what do you call it, a grocery? No, greengrocers, or we call it the fruit shop.
Yeah, fruit and veg shop.
It's so much nicer
than your supermarkets and stuff.
Yeah.
It is a lot fresher. I was saying that, we did get some nice lettuce the other day from Asda, I think it was. Was it Asda? I don't know, they were really nice though.
Is it flatly?
Oh, well, this one's from the fruit shop there.
I like iceberg, but I do like this soft lettuce one.
Please hit the thumbs up, guys, if you're enjoying our content. Not just any video we put up. please hit the thumbs up. It helps support us and the channel and keeps a roof over our heads. Only kidding. It's just nice to have a thumbs up every once in a while.
It's so we know that we're doing what you want us to do.
Yeah.
And if there's anything you would like us to do, drop us a comment down below and we will try our best to accommodate that situation.
We've got some good ideas, you know. Well, I ain't got a really good idea today. Are we going to do it in a bit? Pick one out. So the idea is...
I think we should leave it as a surprise.
Okay. We'll leave it as a surprise. I was about to tell you, but no, I'm not. I heard about this woman today, you know. Well, I've heard about a lot of women, as we all do in general, but there's a woman today, and I don't know, at our wedding, I'm thinking we either we invited the wrong guests, basically, or we didn't have the right idea about gifts. So nowadays, people are a bit cheeky. They don't mind saying, look, we want money. And I think we should have known.
Yeah, they write a note, like saying, we have all the pots and pans, this and that, and put something, which is fair enough.
It is. But this woman, I think she's in America, took it to another level. I don't mean a tribute band to the band Another Level.
I've seen them.
Yeah. Who was in that? Dane Bowers, was it? Or was he in the other one?
No.
He was in that, wasn't he? So this woman sent an RSVP anyway. Via, I think it was via text. That's how it got printed out. And it says, so that we may prepare your preferred dinner, please circle your gift level and indicate a meal choice for each person in your party. She then went on to give 4 choices. So either, it's a loving gift. She actually subtitled them. So a loving gift was anything up to $250. And for that, you got a roast chicken or swordfish. Now, a roast chicken around here is about £4. I ain't paying $250 sodding dollars for a roast sodding chicken. A silver gift was anything from $251 to $500. For that, you got a roast chicken, swordfish, or a sliced steak. Again, 2 steaks for a £5 down Lidl. Or a poached salmon. Ooh, she's pushing the boat out now. A golden gift, this is the 3rd tier of gifting, was anything from $501 to $1,000. $1,000 feckin' dollars for a wedding as a gift. For that, you got any of the above, or a filet mignon. Filet mignon. It was fillet, spelt fillet, mignon. Anyway, there's that one. Or a lobster tail. Again, I'll go out to the sea and catch it, or get myself a cow. And the platinum gift, which is the best gift you can give this woman, if you give her that, then she'll be really happy with you. And you made her day, was anything from $1,001 to $2,500 plus.
Is she crazy?
And for that, you got any of the above, plus a £2 or a £2 lobster, plus a souvenir champagne goblet. I ain't $2,500 this woman's asking for as a gift. And for that, you get a sodding £2 lobster. The hell's she on? But he smack her something, the daft sod.
That's ridiculous.
But I think we should like renew our vows, as they say, and do that.
That is just stupid. No, I'm nude.
That was a bit warm. I mean, imagine being a friend who invites his wedding. You've gone out and bought yourself an hat. You've gone out, and that's for the blokes as well, because some blokes wear hats for weddings. I'd wear this hat if I went to a wedding anytime soon. You've gone out and bought yourself a dress. Again, for the blokes, it could be, who knows. And then you have to donate up to $2,500 just for you to get your dinner.
That's ridiculous. That is just ridiculous. Then again, now it depends what kind of friends she's got, isn't it? If they're all rich.
But I'd still be pissed off. I mean, what? So if I come along, and the thing is, you'd know by what's on people's plates how much they donated. Because if you got Pete over there with a little shitty chicken, and you're sitting there with your £2 lobster, oh, it's shitty Pete. They give the crappy present. They only give her $250. So you got a slice of chicken. All those lot over here are lobsters. Oh yeah, $2,500 later.
That is ridiculous. Yeah,
I you've said that like 5 times.
No, it is though. I just cannot believe that someone would even ask that. But in saying that, if you don't ask, you don't get.
I think if you need people to pay for your wedding, don't get bloody married.
And would they put them in order of table? So just roast chicken over there.
That's what I was saying.
You know, lobster, £2 lobster over there, and then your partitions.
You'd have Pete and Sue, and, you know, Dickie and Dom, all them lot, out there in the bloody car park. Stick their table out there, then we donate $250.
Or you could mix and match, and then you'd have someone with just a bit of chicken, and then you'd have someone with a platinum, and you'd be looking at theirs and looking at yours.
I just think it's a case of me and you haven't really lived down, maybe, because I could not justify giving away 250 quid as a gift just to, like, you know, somebody's wedding. I couldn't do it. Or even, like, when you say in the past, oh, we're going to go to, like, the fancy restaurants and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, you get, like, I don't know, this amount of food on a plate, and you're paying, like, 50 quid for it. I'll just get angry. I would honestly say, mate, where the hell's the rest of my food? What are you trying to do to me? I don't want to be on a diet.
No, because that is about, like, tasting, like, exquisite food.
If there's any exquisite chefs out there watching today, and you want to give me a sample of your food for free, feel free to send it through. Otherwise, I'm never going to taste it.
What is your favourite jacket potato topping?
You asking the people?
Mm-hmm.
There's a question for you guys.
I'd like to know. Cheesy beans, tuna.
Tuna sweet corn's good.
But
this is the bomb.
I'll finish for you today.
Sorry?
I'll finish for you.
Done now. I'm catching up. I can't eat all this anymore. No. Help
You've got
yourself.
all the cucumber you've got.
No, that was for you.
Oh, I can't eat all that.
Well, some of it you can.
I'll exchange for a piece of lettuce.
Okay. So, lockdown anyway, guys. It's coming back, by the sounds of it. I watched the, whatever you call it, this morning. Briefing with Boris and Doris. I missed it. Oh, he couldn't turn up for that then? He sent out his minions to give out the bad news.
No, he's coming tomorrow, Tuesday. So, when we put this out, you'll probably already know.
Yeah, this probably won't go out till Thursday. Well, was he Tuesday playing racquetball or something? Croquet?
Either way, it's like, we've got...
Sorry, guys. What are you saying? He's going to shut the pubs down?
No, well, Philip Scarfield, there was on this morning, Matt Hancock, and he was like, oh, are you going to, will we be in the pubs this weekend then? And he was like, no and yes. And he was like, and Philip Scarfield, well, no then. And I think basically there's going to be major restrictions, I think, because at the moment we're in like a 6 people lockdown. I was saying, here in the Midlands, as you can tell, from our accents, they are having, in particular parts of it, 6 people, like a 6-person rule. I've got a feeling that's going to become the whole country. You know, like you've got to stick with 6 people, or with your household, you know. And I also think they're going to shut the pubs down. But by this time, you'll already have heard that. But Christmas, he said they want it to be as normal to a normal Christmas as can get. I just can't see how this little mini lockdown is gonna make it possible so we can all have our family round. I heard one theory the other day that he was on about letting us have Christmas Day off.
Well, no one's going to listen. I'm sorry. Over Christmas, nobody's going to take note of. I'm not advising you to break the rules or the law or whatever. I just cannot see people. I mean, they'll miss holidays because they've got no choice because flights won't take them, flight companies won't.
There'll be that many families mixing, the police won't be able to keep them up.
And I really don't think police are actually going to go around and say, sorry, Edna, you can't see your grandkids on Christmas Day. You know, bugger off, kids. They're not going to do it. And it's right. It's absolutely craziness. The best time of year is Christmas for families. Some people work all year. They might have lost family members. And, like, Christmas is one day you're looking forward to. And COVID's already stopped, like, you know, caused them a loss in the family.
We have a friend who Leigh helps with the dog, don't you? And
yeah.
She was meant to go on holiday with her family this year, and that completely stopped things.
The whole thing's a sodding joke. But I did read on the internet, they reckon by mid-October, there could be as many as, like, what was it now? 50,000 cases. I think it was like 50,000 deaths.
A day, yeah.
That couldn't be 50,000 deaths a day.
No cases.
I don't know, it was like, new cases, was it? God's sake.
I mean, I think what he's trying to do is prevent a full lockdown again. And he's saying, like, education and work you can still do, and that's fair enough. But then he's saying we can go to the pub, and I think that's where people are getting confused with. So I'm thinking, I've got a feeling he might stop that or put the curfews in. But then, like my friend on Facebook said, well, hang on a minute. I'm safe in the pub at 10, but 5 past, my God, COVID's running around like a lunatic in the middle of the pub.
It's absolute craziness. I mean, what are you going to do? You see in the pub with your mates, like Aim just said, and then you get to the end, it gets like 5 to 10. Literally, you're just starting by 5 to 10. You're just getting warmed up after a couple of pints. You can't get to the pub for 6 because you might have to go home from work and get changed, showered, have some dinner, spend a bit of time with the kids or whatever. Then you go out and meet your mates if you're a bloke, or even the women as well. Go out for cocktails or whatever. But getting warmed up by 10, like, do you fancy coming back to mine?
No. Because of that, you think about people who meet in clubs. How many one night stands happen?
I doubt many happen.
Massive piece of cheese hanging off your chin. But what I'm saying is, you imagine when people have a drink, you get really drunk in a pub. I think they want to prevent that sort of thing.
But they'll just say, come back to ours. You know what? We're enjoying ourselves. What's the point in stopping it? When they come out of the pub, I can't get my head around it. I really can't. The whole idea of me and I can have 4 family members around here, as long as they're like our supportable, whatever the hell they call it. But you can't go to the you can do that. So you can't have 5 family members around here with me and I, because that'd be 7 people. But then 6 of us can go to the pub, and another 6 of our friends could sit next to us on another table, as long as they keep quiet about it. And 6 more friends could sit on that table. Before you know it, you're in a pub with like 100 people.
We're not allowed that now. The 6th rule. We now can't meet anybody outside apart from this house, apart from one person, which is my dad.
What I mean is, though, you could easily just tell the pub, oh yeah, can I book a table? And then somebody else books a table.
Oh, you can do that.
Yeah, and then
you can't have... We can only have my dad around here. Apparently.
Oh, that's right.
I think so.
What a load of absolute crap. Anyways, enough for COVID talk, because...
It was like, am I going to be able to see, like, my dad over Christmas and that was in Quint? I said, bloody hell, you know, if we have to walk to a bloody restaurant, it's ridiculous. You know what I am pissed off about, I'm sorry, but I'm going to say
got a P word out of line.
Oh, I don't care if it's men or women who do it, but grouse shooting, you can have 30 people out. And Philip Scarfield turned around and says, so 30 kids can't go feed ducks in the park, but 30 men can go and shoot them. 30 children can't meet in the bloody park with their friends, and they're the lowest vulnerability group. But 30 men or women, whoever wants to go grouse shooting or whatever it's called, can go and shoot them.
Absolute fucking stupidness. They said they released it, haven't they? Like the list of sort of for the testing and whatnot. They're like in order of importance. So like teachers are 5th on the list for the I think it's for the test or for the actual vaccination, one or the other. So if you're a teacher, don't worry about it, because you know politicians and milkmen are above you in the list. You as teachers looking after the little kids and whatnot are 5th in the list. You're very important to the government, just not as important as milkmen.
Milkmen?
I don't know, I was taking a mick, but definitely, you know, politicians...
No, what they said...
are at the front of the list.
Care workers. What it is with kids, they're the younger kids anyway. They're not like exposed to it. Well, no, they're exposed to it, but they don't catch it, I believe, as much as adults. And it is vulnerable people. He did say that the back end of this year, it'll be like the vulnerable people, so I'm guessing over like 50, over 60 maybe. And then between December and March, it'll be everybody else.
There's just no let's up at the minute. Well, there was, weren't there? Because we all started getting back into a routine. Like, yeah, bloody hell, we can actually go to the pub. Whoa, that's amazing. Oh, and then you get there. Have you got a phone? Well, yeah, why? What do you need my phone? What's your name?
Do you know what I think is suspicious?
No.
Heather was like, yeah, but we know winter. And it isn't just about, like, the flu increase. There was certain was, oh yeah, second wave. No. Second wave in winter. Definitely, winter's going to be bad.
Oh, because of common colds and flus, ain't it? That's why.
But 3 years ago, the flu was at its worst. It was terrible. And surely, like, you know, you'd sort of say, or keeping because of the flu. I know they've got the flu jab, but there wasn't more necessarily of an increased risk if you didn't have the flu jab. Like my mum and dad didn't have it for quite a long time. And I'm just thinking, well, they was absolutely dead cert that corona was going to be back again in the winter. And I just think, well, if they had like some scientific facts that we wasn't let on about or something like that, wouldn't it be kind of like, I don't know, like really shitty for them to have known things that we didn't know? Because I do believe they did know things. Like, apparently the Chinese knew it was out beforehand. And it makes you suspicious of the government now, doesn't it? Thinking, well, are they holding back anything? Do they know like any scientific facts that they're not letting out, like about winter and stuff like that? Makes you paranoid.
Well, you can't trust the government, Christ. They don't want to come out and say, all right, Leigh, we have a vaccination here. We've only got so many of them, and we're going to give them to like the more important people, i.e., the people who make the money for the country. You know, bankers, politicians, royal family, bloody worm farm holders.
It was scary to think. Like, what I meant by that kind of view was misreading what I was saying. Like, it didn't make sense. When there was like choosing who could live and who could die at that point, and there was like, it must have come from above, mustn't it? That obviously it's not going to be the doctors, is it?
What?
The rule was obviously given like to prioritise someone younger over someone older in hospitals.
Right.
Who made those decisions? That's scary. That is so frightening.
Well, thankfully we don't have to make those decisions. But I wouldn't want to be the one making that decision. But in terms of like China and whatnot, from what we've heard, like they knew about it obviously way before. And it's concerning because they can just start up anything, couldn't they? Not necessarily China, but other countries. Like if they actually found out how this whole thing began, you can literally wipe out a hell of a lot of the world's population. And if you like, it sounds like a James Bond film or something, but as long as you have the vaccine before you let this thing out in the world, you can protect yourselves and wipe out everyone else. But that's how it's going at the minute.
There's a lot of people who are against things, aren't there, this vaccination?
Oh, people have always been sceptical about injections and stuff. Are they putting tracking devices in you? People generally think that. It's like anything that we found and stuff.
There's a big rally coming up, isn't there?
Oh, I don't know.
That Piers Cord,
Morgan?
No. Jeremy Corbyn's brother.
Right.
It's called Piers Corbyn, and he thinks it's like a whole, like it's all made up to, and that David Icke.
All made up to what?
They don't believe it. It's like a conspiracy. They believe it's trying to. Do they call it a new world order or something like that? Right. They believe it's like them controlling the humans. And it's a bit embarrassing for Jeremy Corbyn, though, that is, isn't he?
Well, he might be behind it, you don't know. It's like anything now. You're always going to have sceptics, i.e. me. We didn't go to the moon. And all the other stuff I don't believe in. There's people living in the middle of the earth.
Sure, you don't believe that one.
Donald Trump is a lizard person. Literally, they honestly think he is a lizard person. And he's basically a lizard hiding in the skin of a person. And this is a proper conspiracy theory. And they reckon that it's been
some things are taken too far.
They reckon it's been going on for like hundreds of years. And all of like the people in power. So from like, the royal family and whatnot in the UK and all that, are all lizard people. And that's how they got control of the world, basically.
Then again, though, lizards like heat, don't they?
Yeah.
Well, he's got a good tan.
That's where he's going with that one, then, no.
I'm thinking, no, that is. I mean, who exactly believes that?
Well, I don't believe that one, but I do believe.
Really,
that
I would be doing divorce proceedings if you believed in that nonsense.
I do think there is something dodgy about Trump, but we're not here to talk about Donald Trump. But the whole idea of control and stuff. It's like with your mobile phones. I was starting to say that I was saying about something just then. You can go on Amazon and look for a lawnmower. And then you'll be on YouTube.
Or Instagram and there's a lawnmower.
Yeah, it's popping up. Oh, don't forget you haven't bought your bloody lawnmower yet, Leigh. It's like, how the frick you got me on YouTube? I was just on Amazon. They'd watch you for everything. Every time you hit
sorry, carry on.
Every time you hit accept, you get a message come up. It's more than ever these days on cookies. Like every single website you go on and say, do you accept cookies or their cookies, whatever. I never read the small print. But if you hit yes, you're buggered. The safest phones to have, and what was it said this now? It was Miley Cyrus. I was listening to a podcast with her a while back, and she said her dad, Billy Ray Cyrus, he's a bit of a recluse. They all live together on like this huge plot of land.
Ranch.
Yeah, like a huge ranch, but he doesn't, like he won't go out, or nobody will see him for like a few months at a time. Like when she's touring and stuff, he stays on the farm. And he don't like to be contacted by anyone. He's got no Wi-Fi, and every so often he'll go down to his brother's farm or whatever, further out, a few miles away, and he'll FaceTime the whole family. Otherwise, they don't hear from him or see him.
I love that life.
But he had a BlackBerry, and he had like 2 or 3 BlackBerries, and that's because, I don't know how, but you can't, basically it's an old version of modern technology, ain't it? And modern technology, literally, as soon as you connect to the Wi-Fi, you can be tracked anywhere in the world. The governments can anyway. Whereas this way, with the BlackBerries, they can't do. I don't know how, but apparently they can't.
Talking about that, Louis Theroux, you know who Louis Theroux is, don't you guys, or do you need me to explain?
A lot of people will know.
Wasn't there a country, I don't want to say China, but it might be, you're not allowed to use Google, and if you was using Google, you had people come to the door or knock on the door, like police. And there was like, they knew you was using Google, because they wanted you to use their search engine.
Yeah, that's right. As soon as you went on it, that was it. You just tried it one night, didn't you, in the hotel room? And
then there was police at the door. That is how they know.
It might not have been China, it might have been North Korea. One of them, or either one anyway, it was definitely
I knew it was somewhere, like an Asian country.
Because in North Korea, I only know what I've heard, so don't take me for gospel. I saw a documentary by the Vice, the Vice channel, whatever. And they went to North Korea, and I watched some of it with me, basically.
I love Korea, guys, but not North Korea.
No.
I want to go to Seoul.
But it's such a shame for the ones in North Korea, though. Because they don't know what's going on outside of North Korea.
They're unaware of life beyond North Korea, aren't they?
Yeah, they're not allowed out of the country, unless it's like specifically for business or whatever, or have a really good reason for going. They have to
an advantage to North Korea, in other words.
Yeah, they have to smuggle people out of there. There was a lady, it took about 6 months or something like that to get out of North Korea. And she had to go all the way around this other, I think she ended up in China in the end. But to get out of North Korea, they had to smuggle her out of there because they're very strict on it all.
You pay a lot of money to get over the border.
Border out of there, however they do it. But it's hilarious, this documentary, because they have this military base or something. Go inside, and I think there was Louis Theroux or the Vice team were being shown around. They said, okay, so there's a line on the floor. So here's me, there's AIM. I'm on the... Literally, that's how close we could be, shoulder apart. I'm on South Korea, AIM's on North Korea. And as soon as you step over that line, you're stepping into enemy territory. And it was just inside this building. I'm like, what the hell am I seeing here? But they don't know what's going on outside North Korea. As far as they're aware, because of what the government tell them, North Korea is the best. They have to watch North Korean films, they don't have to watch American movies. It's all propaganda. And you don't want to go to these countries because they're all bad people, basically. It's a bit like what Hitler used to do with the Germans all them years ago. It's fucking scary now. That is allowed to go on in this day and age. That people actually tell you can't leave this country. No.
But what is his deal? What is that? Is it King Jongun?
Yeah, and then there's his brother, I think. So once or his
sister.
son. Yeah, she's a bit crackers as well.
She's taking on because everyone's like, is he dead? Is he alive?
It's a good way of having a little holiday, though, isn't it?
And then he apparently had heart conditions. I didn't know he was 30-something.
Yeah, he does look.
I thought he was at least in his late 40s, 50s.
It's the haircut gets me, and it's actually a family thing. It's not just him who has it. I think his brother has the same haircut, and the one before him, his dad had the same haircut. But imagine if you just wanted a holiday. Right, let's fight me death, Pete. Come on, fight me death. I want to go to Tunisia, for example. No matter where he goes in the world, how the hell do you hide that Barney? You're not going to blend in, are you, at a Miley Cyrus concert, for God's sake?
Leigh, you like Miley Cyrus.
It was just on my brain because I just mentioned her. Point being, no, he can't go to an Avril Lavigne concert, can he? Different one there. He's going to be spotted wherever he goes. That's him, innit? The one who fires rockets at his neighbours.
Why would you... I don't quite understand how this, after What's his name?
Kim Jongun.
No,
Donald
what's
Trump.
the one who was executed? Saddam Hussein.
All right, yeah.
He's like, he was, I wouldn't want to say a president, but like a dictator, but he was
He was in
the
charge
controller
of
How
Iraq,
is
wasn't
he allowed to get away with this? Like, why hasn't other countries stepped in?
Well, it's been going on for years, this sort of stuff. Not just Saddam, was there? There's Bin Laden. He weren't
Well,
really,
he was an
he wasn't running the
extremist
country,
group
was he?
leader.
But not Bin Laden, sorry. But there's Gaddafi. He was another one. There's been so many over the years who are like, not very nice. But they get power and they got the army on their side. So unless there's like an uprising and they're took out by the people in their own country, then like America can't go in or into every country, or England can't, where there's an issue, and just start kicking ass, because people are going to start taking the, in what was it now? Where's all the troubles in general? Where all the wars have been.
Baghdad and
stuff. Whatever countries.
Helmand province.
Yeah. They actually get angry with the American army. They're like, look, when you're not here, things do settle down a bit, but you come in and start shooting, and we lose innocent people and families and whatnot.
Horrible.
And then they get angry with us because, we get stuck in the middle. And some countries even they'd say, look, we'd rather just get by with these idiots that are in charge of our country.
I was saying before Leigh started moaning at me. Basically, before I was with Leigh, I had a couple of years, obviously, when I was single. And I met this guy from the army, and I started dating him. And I was with him for about 7-8 months, basically, in total. And he was a fitness instructor for the army, but he had to go in to, like, Helmand province and things like that and do all that. Before I met him, he come out with PTSD. And he said, I saw people killed in front of me and everything like that. And I just think, my God, like, the trauma that them people there must have been going through because of two people, like, fighting extremism and things like that and dictators. But what about the people who do live there? Like, who are trying to actually have a life there with their children and their families, having to witness that. And that's so true, because something that he told me, he said, like, when we came out of there, they did try their best to, like, live as normal life to them as possible. And when they were sort of back into Iraq and things like that, it was just uproar again, and they couldn't live any kind of normal life. And I just feel so sorry for those innocent people sometimes who are caught up in wars. Over something so stupid sometimes. I mean, like that, what's his name, King Jongun. The rules he makes, the things he says you're not allowed to do. They have fake restaurants. Restaurants
True.
where they have this plastic food on a plate. So you've got your round plate there, and it's got all, I don't know, chicken, salad, veg, whatever. And then, for when, like, a reporter comes from another country or whatever, they have this restaurant. It's a lovely looking restaurant, and they have these bloody actors go in making it like they're having a meal, like you're just allowed to go and have a meal. And they bring out this food that's plastic, and they have it there, and it's been in the store cupboard for God knows how long.
But they wrap it back up. That's what they do. They cover it over with cling film. So you go in, like Aim said, and Aim's the waitress. I walk in as a reporter, go, oh, yeah,
everything's great on a Saturday evening in North Korea.
There's no one there, though. It's empty, apart from the waiter just clearing away the food.
There's like a couple of actors and actresses, like a man and a woman, like making out like they're on a date or something. But it's not. It's not true at all. It's just to give the impression that they're living like every other country. And
people who go out for meals in North Korea, from what I know, or not like everyday people, I know, maybe like the people in power. But the whole tracking thing, though, like that, what Ian was just saying, is true, and the whole amount of people, innocent people who died due to wars and stuff like that are unnecessary. But the whole tracking thing, I was hearing this bloke the other day called Edward Snowden. You've all heard of him. He's like, everyone wants to kill him, basically, because he revealed secrets, didn't he, like FBI secrets, and about how America was like spying on everyone in America. All their, they can hack into any email you send in America. They can hack into your phones, all this stuff. So he revealed all this because he used to work for like NSA or something like that. And now he's like, I'm to hide in a country that no one knows. I think he's in Russia somewhere. And
well, Leigh's just let the cat out the bag.
No, I'm sure he's in Russia, but Russia's a pretty big country. They're protecting him because the Americans want to kill him or send him to prison for life. But anyway, he said they're that clever, not Americans, they're people in general, like the governments and stuff. They're able to, so there's my mobile phone. With me not doing anything, I just get a message come through saying, click this link here to confirm your booking for Virgin, because Virgin are coming in a couple of days. I'd click that link, and that can download, without me even knowing it's there, God knows how many different files and like illegal stuff. So everything from like really dodgy stuff to stuff I'd never looked at, and I wouldn't know it's even there because I wouldn't know how to look for it or how to find it hidden deep down in my phone. The government then come along, okay, we need to search your house for whatever reason.
That terrifies me.
And this happens. It has happened apparently. Okay, we need to take your phone. Oh, okay, so you've been planning this, this, and this, and you've been saying this to this person. No, not me, but it's on your phone. How can you prove it's not you? And there's no trace of how it's arrived, other than it's used on it.
I'd be terrified. Absolutely terrified. You guys, if you want to actually watch something a little bit like that, watch a series, you've probably heard of it, called Scandal. Oh my God, the Americans. They had this group, which I didn't actually know about, that was real. And in the programme, they called it something else. But it's like, so you've got the American government there, but there's this group that are above the government who can actually take over what the government are doing in extreme circumstances and basically like torture people into kind of telling the truth, but they can actually like overturn basically overrule the government there. And it's like a numbering scale, like NC 130 or something like that. It sounds like a bloody robot, but there's these people that's real, that they can actually, you know, find out things. And I'm like, whoa, honestly, there are people out there, like the drones that are about apparently just looking at things. It's like, it always makes me wonder, and now this is going completely off point, but it's all about conspiracies and secrets and stuff. That, is it Area 54?
Yeah, 51.
51. What is that all about? Like, for them to call it that and to say that you can't go into here and there, you can't tell me they're not covering something up, else why would it be even a secret in the first place? You know, like about aliens and things like that. It wouldn't surprise me if there's something seriously underhanded going on in this world.
Well, what's his name? Donald Trump. Or what? I didn't see it. I heard about it on a podcast. He let something slip a while ago. So when you become the president, like he did, Barack Obama did, everyone else did, you get given all this access to all the secret files. So everything from the reports on how JFK was killed and everything they ever found out, they're not available to the public. There was meant to be, after 50 years, I think it was, so after the 50th anniversary of JFK, they was meant to release it all.
Yeah, I remember that.
But when they did release it all, there was stacks of like black lines through so much stuff, they never actually got the truth. Now, as president, you get to find out about Area 51, you get about JFK, anything that's ever gone on, you want to know about it. As president, you have access to them files.
I think you have to like make an oath or something, don't you?
Something, or I don't know the details on that. But he let something slip at a press conference. They said, oh, so what about Area 51 then? He says, okay, I'm going, or I've been, or something like that, and I'll just say that something. I think he just put it out there to warn people, but he did say, what I've seen has shocked me, or there's something there, something like that. Basically, insinuating that it's in spacecrafts or some shit like that. But we'll never know. Come on, we're never going to find out.
But in a way, it's scary. But if you think about it, it doesn't matter how intelligent somebody is, in my opinion. There are people out there who are exactly the same blood running through our veins who will always have control over you no matter what. And I'm not on about the feds. I'm on about like these people who literally know the world's secrets. In my opinion, there is a lot more to that situation and people on other planets, in my opinion, that is made out. Like, I really truly believe that like, would it be Americans who know? Would they be able to consult with other presidents? But I do think it's there, isn't it, that they have the world's leading aliens sent, all that business.
Yeah,
and I just think there are files out there, aren't there, that we will never know. And these people know all this information, that it could change the world, in my opinion.
Well, there was this bloke, an American bloke, who was a pilot.
I was going to say he's just a pie.
He was a pie. There's this bloke, and he was a meat and potato pie, and that's the end of the story. Now, he was a pilot for like the Navy or something in America. I think it would be the Navy. And he was up doing his missions and stuff like that. Just flying through the sky, checking out whatever it was. It was somewhere, I couldn't tell you whereabouts this happened because I only heard part of the story, but he was out in his thing, and in the distance, or on his radar or something, he saw this thing, and it was like, he don't know what it was. But
I've heard this, it just went past him or something
no, it went from like the sky, like 200 miles high or something silly like that, or 200, something ridiculous high up. It went from there to 2 foot above the sea in like 0.2 seconds. And there's nothing in modern like technology that could do that. Nothing at all. And he wasn't the only person to see it. A whole load of people in like, probably on a what your uncle was on. You know, the big boats.
The Navy. He's in the
Navy ships and whatnot. They might have been looking at a radar or something like that. But it was out at sea on operations, and this thing went from 200 miles up or something stupidly high to 2 foot above the sea in 0.2 seconds, and just disappeared.
I swear this on my mother's house. I mean, it's not. I would never lie on something so important to me. But me and Leigh used to live somewhere.
A different place,
there,
yeah.
Basically, down the road. And I was lying in bed one night. Now, I'm not saying that this is bloody aliens. It could be a drone. I don't know what it was. But it wasn't when drones were about, like, per se. You know, just get
Everyday
a drone.
drones.
Nothing like that. So it wasn't a member of the public. And this was in the newspaper. I read it online. So, as I'm looking out the window over there, it was about, I don't know, 1 o'clock in the morning. It wasn't, like, early. It was late.
I was fast asleep.
And this thing, like a beam of light, went down, up, halfway back down, around halfway, and just went. And it baffled me. I was in tears because I thought, what have I just been? I found my mum up at 1:30 in the morning, and I was like, what in the hell have I just seen? The next day, like, I was on the internet, and a few people was like, did anybody see that in the sky over such and such that night? And I thought, I'm not going mad. And I was that upset with it that I thought, I'm not saying, oh my God, I've seen an alien spaceship. What I'm saying is, it frightened me because that was not possible. It wasn't a plane. It wasn't a sudden helicopter.
No, you started crying because I also at the time, I was like, hey, what the hell are you on about? Don't be silly. Because I was half asleep. I didn't believe it. I hadn't seen it. If you don't see it, you don't believe it, do you? And I think that upset you at the time.
Yeah, because I was frightened. I was frightened because I was wide awake and I seen this thing. And do you remember the other day when somebody said, oh, I've seen that over that particular place, and I showed you, and it was like, oh my God. Like, it wasn't anything, because it came down quite low, you see, but it wasn't a drone. Because this thing, like I said, it just was there, went right up in a line, right down, halfway up, round, but not like in a full circle, just round. And then it went off, and it was like it was the speed of light. It wasn't even that big, but it wasn't a drone.
I've never seen anything UFO like, so I can't even comment.
I'm not saying it was a UFO, but I am saying whatever it was, it can either be one or two things, couldn't it? One, again, it just amplifies what we were saying about there is some sort of secret society, people checking up on you, whatever the case. Or two, it could have been something out of this natural world that we don't know about. But I'm telling you now, I'm saying what I saw, and it was not. It affected me, didn't it? Like I was like,
it did affect you.
My mum was like, calm down, don't worry. Because I thought, shit, we're going to get invaded.
It was probably just bloody the Queen or something, taking a little trip around the Midlands in a secret spaceship that she flies on a Saturday.
But that was actually the truth.
No, you've really seen it. Well, yeah, you told me you really see it. I didn't see it. But, yeah,
and then it was only the next couple of days when I actually typed it in. I says, what was that thing? And then there was people actually saying it, and I showed him, and he apologised to me.
Yeah, I did sound a bit silly. Anyway, guys, we've got to go now, because we've been talking about half an hour and not eating. So, we're going to wrap this up. Do you want to do the thing we're going to do next time, on the next video? Because not a lot of people will be watching at this point, so they won't even see it.
I forgot.
The thing that we're going to do as a surprise. Should we do that at the beginning of the next video, so people actually see it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're confused
what you're on about.
Oh my giddy God. So at the beginning I said we had a surprise for you all. She said, let's keep it a surprise, Leigh.
Oh yeah, I don't want to say anything. I want to do it when we actually do the video.
Oh, I thought, okay, right, no worries.
No, because I just want that, because that's kind of an individual thing. I've not seen that from anyone, so I think that would be cool.
No worries then, guys. All right, thank you for watching.
It's worth the wait.
It will be worth the wait. Thank you for watching, guys.
Anyway, guys, remember to be kind, remember to be nice, comment, share, like, and subscribe. And don't forget to turn on your notification bell so you don't miss any future videos.
See you all again soon, guys. Hit that thumbs up like I just said, and we'll see you on the next video.
Like you just said twice.
Like I just said next.
And he should have got me about that before.
Stop it, just say bye, Leigh. I want to be able to say, everybody. Hit the thumbs up and subscribe.
Why don't you say it then sometimes? Because it does me head in sometimes. So why don't you do it one day and I'll do it the other?
Alright.
Let's see if you can remember it.
I don't know it at all.
Really?
I've caught my own words.
So, go on. You do know it, you're just too embarrassed.
I really don't know it. I never listen. Remember to be kind, to be nice, like and subscribe.
Comment, share, like and subscribe. And don't forget to turn on your notifications. Do you feel any better?
Not really, because I'd have done it in my own way. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching whilst I was picking the teeth.
I don't know a lip.
See you later, guys. Bye.
Bye.